Same. These temperatures frighten me.
Yeah, so we only have really one more day where we're talking about heat indices in the triple digits. Saturday will be just a tad better, and then it'll get a lot better as we head into next week. But yeah, just like yesterday, when you head out, I mean, you're going to walk outside, and it's immediately going to be a wall of just humidity out there. 80 degrees in Fort Worth right now, 83 in Dallas. That's the air temperature. When you factor in that humidity, here's what it actually feels like. It feels like 89 in Dallas. It feels like 88 in Denton. Feels like 84 in the Greenville area and 86 in Granbury. So if we look at the hour by hour here as we move forward, very similar setup to yesterday morning, where we're going to see temperatures starting off in the upper 70s. So most locations upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. Then as we move forward through the day, we are going to see those temperatures 90 by noon, but look, it'll feel more like 97, 98 by 3 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So it will feel more like 100 to 105 depending on where you are. We're going to be staying dry though. That changes as we go into next week. Look at Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and into Wednesday and Thursday. We have rain coverage around really all the way through, with the highest coverage Monday into Tuesday. Monday 40% in coverage, Tuesday 60% in coverage. It's not going to rain all day every day for everyone, so we're going to talk about this in a little bit more detail coming up, but this is also going to keep our temperatures a little bit cooler. You'll see that with a 10-day in a few minutes. Kara?
All right, thanks for the update.
Go ahead and talk about something else that's yuck, and that is the heat and the humidity that we're going to deal with today, and really dew points that are in the mid 70s. So there's a lot of moisture in the air right now. So the only saving grace we have is look at these winds. South winds 14 miles per hour, gusting up to 25, and that's going to be the case here as we move forward through the day. All right, there we go, clicker. 80 degrees in Fort Worth, 82 in Denton right now, 79 in Corsicana, 79 in Greenville. As we move forward through the day, yes, temperatures are going to be in the upper 90s. It's going to feel more like 100 to 105. But look at this. Each day as we move forward, we are going to see those temperatures go down. So it will get better. We're kind of at the peak for today. Then 96 degrees Saturday, heat index right around 100. Then 91 as we go into Sunday, heat index in the 90s. And then as we go into Monday and Tuesday, this is where we get that break once again as temperatures stay in the 80s both days. So instead of it being like this week where it's one day, we get 2 days where temperatures are in the 80s. And that is because of this front that's going to slowly make its way in our direction. I mean, it's going to move very, very slow. So here's Saturday night. Everybody is dry across North Texas. That rain inches a little bit closer to us as we go into Sunday morning, but the only chance for rain Sunday morning is going to be north and west. So we're talking Bowie to Wichita Falls. Other locations closer to DFW going to stay mainly dry. That cold front inches even closer as we go into the Sunday evening time frame, and that rain continues to still stay mainly to the north and west. Now Monday is a different story. Peak heating time of the day, we're going to see that chance for rain pop up across North Texas. Same thing as that front's kind of right over the top of us as we go into Tuesday. Then it stalls. It stalls right over the top of us, which means it's going to be an area where we see development through the peak heating time of the day going into Wednesday and also into Thursday, Friday. So we will be watching that. God bless you. Half inch to an inch and a half across DFW, possible Sunday through next week, which is good. We need that rainfall, and it's not going to be a washout. It's not going to be one of those weeks where you're like, hey, I want this to come to an end, you know. So if you look here at the 10-day forecast, we're at the peak, and we're only going to go down from here. So two different ways to look at it. All right, let's 80 in Breckenridge. We've got 80 in Linden, 81 currently in McKinney. When you factor in the humidity, it feels like 87 in Dallas, feels like 83 in Decatur, 81 in Corsicana, and 86 in McKinney. Your AM rush hour forecast is great. I mean, overall, mostly clear skies as you head out the door. It's going to be warm. It's going to be muggy, but we have a breeze. We will have a breeze as we go into the afternoon. Winds will increase to about 15 to 25 miles per hour. That's going to be a saving grace for you. It's going to be nice out there, 78 degrees for the temperature. Now, again, yes, we are warming up into the upper 90s. We'll talk about that, as well as a look at your weekend forecast. It's coming up here. Bring in some cooler air, just not for today. So as you head out the door this morning, far off. What about downtown Dallas? 79 feels like 87, a little bit different there with a few clouds out there. Temperatures, other locations, 79 in Decatur, 83 in Pilot Point, 82 in Dallas, 78 in Lancaster, and 79 in Rockwall. Later on today, here's a look at where we're going to end up. Ooh, that's toasty, right? 99 in Alliance, 99 in Grand Prairie, 98 in Louisville, and 98 in Salina. If we look at the weekend forecast, starting with today, we're going to see those temperatures in the upper 90s. Again, as we go into Saturday, just slightly cooler by a few degrees, but still, it's going to be warm and humid. Sunday, when you really start to feel the difference, this is when that front starts to get a little bit closer to us. We'll see cooler temperatures and that chance for rain goes up. More details coming up in a few minutes. Through a morning show that I was doing once, and
I've done that a few times.
Take a look at the forecast here. Maybe spelling something wrong on the screen. That's also stuff that I do that I don't like. Per hour. That's going to be really helpful today, having that strong south wind. Now, yeah, it is bringing in warm air. It is bringing in moisture, but it's going to help if you're going to have to be outside. 81 degrees in Denton, 77 in Canton, 78 in Mineral Wells, Decatur 79. As we look forward, the good news is, look, we are going down each day, but today is going to be warm. We're going to be in the upper 90s. It will feel like 100 to 105. So prepare yourself for that today. Light colored clothing, short sleeves, loose fitting clothing, and make sure you're taking care of yourself. Saturday, a few degrees cooler, but still warm and humid. But it's really going to be Sunday into next week that we feel the difference. And that is because of this cold front that's going to slowly make its way toward us. It's going to take a while though. So as we move forward, you can see we're still mainly rain free for the majority of North Texas through 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, and then 7 o'clock in the evening on Sunday as well. It really takes until the afternoon hours on Monday where we start to see the potential for a few showers. Now, what's going to happen here is this front's going to kind of sit over the top of us. It's going to be a location where during the peak heating time of the day, we're going to see the trigger for showers and thunderstorms. Our graphics today are really something, I'll tell you that. And that's going to really keep that chance for rain around all the way through it into the holiday weekend. I did take rain that the cold front finally clears by Saturday night. So Sunday for actual 4th of July, it does look like we are going to stay dry. So that's the good news there. Look at these temps too. Shara?
All right, Miss.
But you mentioned that some relief could be in sight.
I have good news.
I'm ready and waiting.
Yeah, what you need to know as you head out the door is that good news doesn't arrive today. So just so you know, that hot and humid weather continues today. Heat index values will be anywhere from 100 to 106. But that good news arrives over the weekend as a slow-moving front moves in. So we're going to go over all the details coming up in the next half hour. But here's a look at what you have as you head out the door this morning, and that's the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. Temperatures are going to sit there, but really what you're going to feel as you step outside is going to be that wall of just moisture and humidity in the air, and that's what makes it feel a little bit warmer. So 81 is what it feels like in Fort Worth. We've got 87 is what it feels like in Dallas, 82 in Decatur, 80 in Greenville, and Corsicana 81. Here's a look at the hour-by-hour step through the day today. By 9 o'clock, we're going to be into the 80s, but it will feel more like 90 already at 9 o'clock. Then by noon, 90 is going to be the air temperature, but it will feel close to the triple digits, and then we'll get there as we head into the peak heating time of the day today. So stay cool. Tashara?
All right, Kalee.
We're here today. Let's talk about how hot and humid it's going to be. I wore yellow to kind of brighten it up a little bit, but I am blending in with the graphics. Let's go on. This early in the morning, we are still warm and humid. It's 78 in Fort Worth. It's 81 in Dallas. It's 78 in Hillsborough. Same thing in Sherman, 77 in Gainesville. But I wanted to change it up. Here's a map where we have green because the dew point is a measure of the moisture in the air, and that's why it feels so soupy out there. It's really heavy. 73 degrees is where we are in Dallas right now, 75 in Cleburne. What does that mean? Well, if we look here at our muggy meter and kind of shows you, it's uncomfortable. 71 to 75 degrees, that's the uncomfortable category there. And we're going to be that way as we move forward through the rest of the day today. That's why even though air temperatures are going to stay in the 90s, it's going to feel more like the triple digits, very similar to what we had yesterday. There is going to be some changes though as we move into the weekends. Rain chances are going to go up. Stick with us next week. And temperatures are going to go down. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes.
Good to hear.
Oh, you're the
terrible.
one.
Yes, we're making fun of you.
Yeah. You know my weakness. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at that forecast here. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see how long it takes. Yep. Okay, so right now, yay, 80 degrees out there at this point with south winds at 14 miles per hour. We have dew points in the 70s, so it feels more like the upper 80s out there. All of North Texas sitting in the upper 70s to lower 80s. Later today, upper 90s. That's going to be the case Saturday. The chance for rain goes up as we go into Sunday, as you just saw, and that's because of this cold front that's going to move in. But look what else it does to the temperatures. We're going to see temperatures back into the 80s as we move into the beginning of next week. So that's something to look forward to. Plus, if you didn't see any rainfall earlier this week, if you missed out on that, then you may see something out of this. But it's a slow moving front, so all of us will stay dry Sunday, all day. There may be an isolated shower out there on Sunday, but for the most part, most of the rain's going to stay just off to the northwest. But Monday, that changes. Our coverage goes up, especially during the peak heating time of the day. We're going to see those scattered showers out there. That's going to be the case as we go into Tuesday. It's going to be the case as we go into Wednesday and also into Thursday as well. If we look here, jumping ahead, a ½ inch to 1.5 inches possible between Sunday and next week. But really the big story is going to be what it does to the temperatures, and it's going to keep.
Had a lot of heat-related illness this week, Kalee, so this is very serious.
I mean, it's not out of the norm, but you need to take care of yourself as we move forward because it is warm and it is stuffy when you're out there. So please remember the heat safety. We go over it all the time. You have to constantly remind yourself because that continues today. Look at this heat index. We're looking at about 100 to 106 as we go into the afternoon today, depending on where you live. But there is going to be some good news in the forecast as we head into the weekend, and that is because of a slow-moving front. We'll talk about what it means for our forecast here in a moment, but it's not going to mean anything today. So light-colored clothing, short sleeves, be ready. We've got upper 70s out there. The rush hour forecast, no problems weather-wise. We're going to see south winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. It's going to be warm, muggy. Temperatures are going to be in the 70s. We will be dry today, but our rain chances do go up. We're going to talk more about this in a few minutes, but now we need to check in with Shara. Now we're kind of still talking about a pretty hot and humid day. That's really what we have going on. But then after today, then we start moving in the right direction. So we're getting close. 77 degrees. It's just gorgeous. If you look in downtown Dallas, we do have some cloud cover out there. 78 feels more like 84 degrees. If we look around DFW, same thing. Everyone pretty much in the upper 70s right now. As we move forward, here's a look at the weekend forecast. So you can see kind of the shift here as we go into the weekend. Saturday, 96 degrees, but then look by Sunday, we're talking about temperatures in the lower 90s. Also, we are going to see a small chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm that's mainly going to be in the evening hours on Sunday. Most of us will get away with nothing during the day Sunday. We'll talk more about this cold front coming up in a few minutes. Shashara? Hot out there today. Temperatures are going to reach the upper 90s, so heat safety is important. Let's go ahead, and that's going to be helpful for us here as we move forward. So temperatures anywhere from the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees, some spots in the mid 70s. So this is the perfect time to go out there, go for a run yourself, take the dog out for a walk. It's going to be that way through the morning hours before you may want to just wait it out because temperatures are going to quickly heat up. Look at lunch. Lunch hour, we're already at 90 degrees. It's going to feel more like 97, and then 3 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon, temperatures are going to reach right around 98 degrees. So when you factor in the humidity, it's going to feel more like 100 to 105 depending on where you are. So that's going to be our top story today, is just how hot it's going to get. Now, if we look here, you can see live in Fort Worth. I just love this camera. I'm so glad we got it. And you can see the different cloud cover. We do have some clouds out there this morning. Those are going to be around, but they're going to continue to clear here as we move forward into the afternoon hours. So mostly sunny skies is what we're expecting today. Big changes on the way, though. We'll have more details on that coming up in here in just a few minutes, but here's a live look in downtown Dallas right now. Temperature 79 degrees at DFW, 80 in Dallas, 77 in DeSoto. Shara? Did you say Friday?
Yes.
Yay!
Is it not Friday?
We made it.
Okay.
We made it. I just wanted to hang on to that for just a second before I get into the not so good news, right? It's going to be warm and humid as we go through the day today. It's already warm and humid out there. It's in the upper 70s at this point. Dew points are in the mid to even upper 70s. Look at Cleburne, 77, Hillsborough, 77, Mejia, 77. Look at the muggy meter here, and you can see most of us are uncomfortable, but 77's unbearable and just darn right disrespectful. And that's what we have, and we're going to have that as we go through the day today. So temperatures are going to quickly warm up. It's going to be in the upper 90s as we go into the peak heating time of the day. 98 both at 3 and 5 o'clock, but it will actually feel more like 100 to 106 degrees as we go into the afternoon, really depending on where you are. But the good news is this is the peak. So from here, we're going to see those temperatures go down over the next few days, and that is because of a cold front. We'll talk more about that and what it does, because it is going to bring some rain chances to the area. That's coming up. I get scared for Larry back there that he's going to get knocked over.
These robots don't really care about your safety and well-being.
No, they really don't. I have I need you to take what you're doing, stop what you're doing, and look at the page, because I just think it's beautiful out there. You can see some low clouds. The sun is coming up. It looks steamy out there. Temperatures at 77 degrees at this point. Here's a live look in Dallas, 78 degrees. You can see that cloud cover out there right now. Temperatures range anywhere from really the mid 70s to the low 80s across DFW right now. We will quickly start to warm up, so we're reaching our overnight low at about right now, and then we'll start to climb. 98 degrees this afternoon, but it'll feel more like 100 to 105. Saturday, 77 degrees to start off, but 96 in the afternoon. By the time we get into Sunday, temperatures are going to be a little bit different, and this is the relief we've been talking about all morning long. It arrives as a cold front gets a little bit closer to us at the start of next week. Expect temperatures to be below normal, and we're going to have several rain chances. Look at this. Monday and Tuesday will be the highest coverage. More on this coming up in a few minutes. Tashara?
All right, Kalee.
And if we look here at the 10-day forecast, sorry on time, my clicker's really not working, or I would have been done with this already.
On the anchor desk.
Yeah, she co-anchored with me one.
July 4th weekend is next weekend. That's just crazy to think about. And it's feeling like in that warm air, but the wind will actually help it to feel a little bit better out there. Temperatures are anywhere from 82 in Hillsboro to 81 in Mineral Wells, 83 in McKinney, topping out today in the upper 90s. So we've got 98 degrees as the high temperature, 104 is what it will actually feel like. But the good news is, look at this. Look, as we move forward into the weekend and the beginning of next week, we are going to see some relief. Temperatures will end up in the 80s, and we'll see a chance for a few showers. Now, it's not going to be a washout. We'll just have pop-up showers as we get into next week. I think even most of us will stay mainly dry, unless you're in the far northwest edge as we go into the day on Sunday. It's really not until Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday where you're really going to see that chance for rain. That front will end up stalling over the top of North Texas, and then we will see that chance for rain really through the end of the week, which you'll look at with the 10-day. But going back over the forecast for today, we've got 98 degrees, dropping to 77 as we go into the overnight hours. And if we go ahead and jump ahead and look at the 10-day forecast here, you can see that with the rain comes cooler temperatures, cooler.
Meteorologist Kalee Dionne was saying how glad she is to be outside this morning because it is so nice. It's the perfect day for Paige to be at Burgers Lake.
Yes, I mean, it's going to warm up. It's going to be nice to be in the water. Right, it's hot. It is hot and it's humid, which is perfect for
Paige to be in the lake, maybe? I don't know.
Another hot one today, but big changes for the weekend. We'll have details at midday. Weekend, and it's a big weekend for many people because it's the summer and you may have some outdoor plans. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, especially today and tomorrow, because temperatures are going to be warm and humid. We're already into the mid 80s for Weatherford right now with plenty of sunshine. Same thing in Fort Worth. Look at this. It's 86 degrees right now in Fort Worth. It already feels like 93. So if you're going to be out and about, keep in mind dew points, which is the measure of the moisture in the air, are in the lower 70s. So we've got south-southwest winds about 20 miles per hour. That's going to be our saving grace today because, yes, it's bringing in the warm air, but it'll be nice, especially if you work outside or you're going to be outside for a long period of time. Step into the shade. That breeze will feel fantastic. 88 degrees currently in Terrell. We've got 87 in Waxahachie right now, 85 in Mineral Wells, 86 in Decatur. When you factor in the humidity, Decatur, you're at 91, 92 in Granbury, 95 in Canton, 94 in Sulphur Springs. So you can see the heat index out to the east is a lot higher than locations farther to the west. Now, if we look at the temperatures moving forward, today 98 as the high, with it feeling more like 104. Now, yes, it does get slightly cooler as we go into Saturday, but still it's going to be very much the same as we move into Saturday as well. So 101 is what it will feel like. Here's when we start to see things switch up a little bit here. 91 degrees as we go into Sunday. That's because a front's going to inch into the northwest edge of the viewing area, and then we're going to see those temperatures into the 80s. What a nice way to end the month of June, right? So where's that front now? This front, I'm telling you, is moving at its own pace. It's not going to speed up for anybody. It's going to take its time. So it's right here across the panhandle. So you can see it's triggering a few showers. It's going to meander our direction over the weekend. So it's going to take some time. Here's Saturday at 7 o'clock. Rain still well to the northwest. Here's Sunday at 7 o'clock in the morning. Majority of us are going to stay dry because this is going to stay here throughout the day. There may be a slight southern movement, but overall, it's going to take until about Monday for the front to inch a little bit farther in to make a difference. So then you'll start to see a little bit more moisture here in the peak heating time of the day. So coverage Monday and Tuesday will be the highest. Then this front is going to kind of stall right over the top of us as we head into the day on Wednesday, and it's going to be a location where we're going to see trigger of showers and even a few thunderstorms as we go into the rest of the weekend, into the holiday weekend. Overall, Sunday through next week, we could end up with another ½ to 1.5 inches across DFW with higher amounts farther to the north, 1 to 3 inches. So that's a lot that we're going to be following next week, but most of the weekend's going to be dry, so don't worry about that. Worry about taking care of yourself. Today, 98 degrees as the high temperature today. Tonight, 77, breezy, warm, and muggy. And if you look here, you can see once again, by the time we get into the afternoon, we're going to be warm and humid. Next week is the end of June. Can you believe that? That 4th of July is on the 10-day forecast. It's there. It's right there. And it's dry. Despite having daily chances for rain during the week, by the time we get to the actual holiday, looks like that cold front's finally going to clear here. And we're happy we get some rain, and we're happy we have some cooler temperatures. Well, cooler, Sonia. Mostly sunny throughout the day today and tomorrow. And then we're going to start to talk about rain chances, but we'll get to that. Right now, the big topic is going to be the heat and the humidity because, look, it's 86 degrees out there right now. Feels like 93 in Fort Worth. What about Cedar Hill? Cedar Hill, it's already 89, feels like 96, and it's 11:38. So already warming up. It's going to be a warm one out there. If you're traveling, though, weather's great. We have delays at Love Field. They have nothing to do with weather. I mean, it's 87 degrees out there. There's a few clouds out there, but other than that, but that's a good tip for you. There's a 14-minute delay at Love Field. Here's a look at temperatures out there right now. 89 degrees with dew points are in the low 70s with a south-southwest wind at about 20 miles per hour. If we look here at the rest of the North Texas area, we can see 89 in Granbury, 85 in Athens, 88 in Terrell, and 87 in McKinney, 87 in Sherman, as well as 88 in Denton. When you factor in the humidity, we already have locations in the mid to upper 90s, even 100 down in Palestine right now is what it actually feels like. And it's not even noon yet. So as we move forward today, we're going to see heat indices 100 to 105 for most of us across North Texas. Now, this is the peak, though, because now as we move forward into the rest of the weekend and then by next week, you can see that conditions are going to improve, at least temperature-wise, because of this front. So 96 on Saturday, it'll feel like 101, slight improvement, but pretty much the same. Sunday, 91, feels like 98. 87 Monday, there you go. That's getting a lot better and feels like 92. And that's because of that front. It's currently over the panhandle right now. It's triggering a few showers, but overall not much happening with it. As we move forward, it's going to take its time. It's not going to move very quickly as it moves closer to us. So even though it's just to the northwest, it's going to take until Sunday night, even Monday, to actually arrive. And that's going to keep most of the rain off to the northwest through Saturday night, even into Sunday morning as well. If you look here Sunday at 7 o'clock, I would say 95% of our viewing area is going to be dry through Sunday evening. If we watch, that front sinks a little bit farther to the south and east, but not much. It's Monday where we could squeeze out a few showers. Again, as we move forward, you're going to look at the 10-day forecast, and it's not going to be rain all day, every day. But that front's going to be around most of next week to trigger showers throughout, especially the peak heating time of the day. If we look here as we go into the rainfall forecast, you can see we could end up with a ½ inch to 1.5 inches from DFW north. Along the Red River and up toward the northwest, 1 to 3 inches possible before it's all said and done. So it's going to be a complete pattern switch as we go into next week. Let's look at the forecast for today, though. No chance for rain, and that breeze, south wind 10 to 20 miles per hour. That's going to be really nice for us. It's going to be a saving grace in these temperatures. 77 degrees tonight, and we are going to see that 10-day forecast with that chance for rain really every single day as we go into next week. And July begins on Thursday, and we're going to be below normal by a few degrees. July 4th weekend, we're going to have to watch for parts of the weekend where we might have to see a shower or thunderstorm. But then Sunday, actual 4th of July, I keep it dry. We're right back. Finally, and it's going to be a warm and humid one. Overall, we aren't going to see those changes we've been talking about until late in the weekend, early next week. So 98 degrees today. It'll feel more like 100 to 105. Tomorrow, not quite as warm, only by a few degrees, but it'll feel more like 100. And then if you look, that's when our pattern change switches as we go into Sunday. Temperatures are going to stay below normal, and we're also going to see a cold front that's going to bring in a